Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome. Guess who's back?
Back
Back
again.
again. If you don't know what we're referencing, Eminem dropped a new single called Houdini.
And it is fire.
It is fire. He also teased it by getting on a FaceTime call with David Blaine. David Blaine did like a cool magic trick, and then M said, "All right, well, for my trick, I'm gonna make my career disappear." And then, like, literally, the new album that is supposed to be coming out, and we don't have a time yet for it, is called The Death of Slim Shady. Like, I really think M is trying to get himself canceled, but I'm also of the opinion that M is uncancelable because just straight up, he's got too much support. This man has too much support, too much financials. He don't give a fuck what you think.
Nope.
Yep.
Also, for all the people that would come after him, don't even do enough research to understand. Like, he's already taken shit for that line about Megan Thee Stallion. All he said was, if I asked Meg Thee Stallion to collab with me, do you think I have a shot at the feet? Because Tory Lanez allegedly shot her in the foot. Just saying. Some people are just way too damn sensitive, you know?
Besides, if anyone did try to come after him, he would.
He would. Oh no! He's already. We've already had that point where people thought that M was no longer untouchable and started to come after him, and then he responded back. Do you know there are people that still actually think that Machine Gun Kelly bodied Eminem?
No.
They must also think the world is flat because that's how dumb you have to be to think that. M beat that man so badly he had to leave to another genre. He left rap and whipped to like punk rock. Man had to leave the scene.
I think it's so funny that it's a common talking point. It's like, you don't mess with Eminem. He'll find stuff about you didn't know you had.
Real
You don't mess with
MCs
Eminem.
know this. Real MCs know this. But anyway, that's
sure.
one of the things that happened this week. He dropped it Friday morning at midnight. Dropped the video. It's insane. This man does not do warnings. He doesn't give a lot of hints. He just is like, this is when it's happening. That's just it. This is when it's happening. Anyhow,
deal with it.
yeah, he's like, I'm back, bitches. Deal with it. And yeah, that's kind of how it is.
Bitches!
Okay, so quick updates on Fat Dog related stuff. Fenris and of course Moon know about this, but we're going ahead and talking about it now. We are consolidating all of the production servers into one. If you are not at the moment, if you're not an executive, you're not going to know about this server. You're not going to see it. We have the public server, and this is the private server for all the stuff that we're working on. So that way, when I look at my Discord, I'm not seeing like 5 different things just for Fat Dog. It's just like maybe 3 servers, and that's it. I've already taken down one of the servers that I was running because I moved everybody, or most everybody had been moved over, and there was no point in having this server. I'd moved all the information for projects over, and I closed down that server. The slime server will still exist, but only for the purposes of doing anime church, light novel readings, stuff like that. Most everybody is going to be gone because I have to start getting people ready for Mushoku Tensei tomorrow. We haven't cast anyone yet, which is the sad part. I need to get moving on that.
Yep.
Things have just been really, 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 really busy. On the other side of things, production is moving up with all of the other things that we're working on. So I hope you're looking forward to that. But yeah, that is the Fat Dog news that we are sharing. So if you were in those servers and you're not an executive producer, well, tough titty. You're not going to be in the new server. Like, this makes it a lot easier for us to figure out who is still what, you know? So, that being the case, we got a lot more news to talk about. We got a buttload more news. So let's get started by stating, welcome to Anime Church. We fuck up.
Yes.
Yeah.
As for the glasses, these are glasses specifically for computer stuff. filters out blue light and stuff like that, so it's less harmful on my eyes. So if I look extra nerdy today, that's why. But anyway, I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus!
And I am Fenrir Sarion, your patron saint to snackos and alcohol.
You definitely smell like diesel.
Oh, yes, I need a shower.
You're a strong smell. Well, I got good news for you, buddy. You have a good amount of time to go ahead with that shower because I have to do 2 recordings. I have to direct 2 people before this, so probably around.
Okay. I still have to finish putting everything back together.
Around 6 or 6:30 is what I'm looking at Central Time for us jumping into one of the topics we'll be talking in today. We gotta hurry and get that to you because tomorrow everything shuts down until Tuesday. Guys, we are 2 days away from the final shape. I am so excited for that. Moon, I know you are because you have it now. You're like, I can play it.
Yes.
I can play it.
I can do it. I have the thing.
Hold up. Is Moon going to play with us tonight?
He possibly?
No, because D&D.
How long does D&D last until?
Usually till midnight or 1 a.m.
Jesus Christ. So no, he won't be playing with us. Did you? All
Unfortunately.
Right, we got you Whisper. Did we get you Outbreak?
Yes, we did.
No.
Okay.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah. For Moon, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Fenris, I know you didn't. I'm gonna get you Outbreak, and I'm gonna get you the rest of the stuff for.
Moon Taunted?
Well, no. Actually, we're gonna focus on the 2 things that are going away tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, Moon's Haunted will always be there, even if you have to purchase it. But
he's already purchased it.
The other stuff won't. Okay.
Did you know that all the legacy content is on sale right now? So you can get Moon's Haunted all the way through Witch Queen for no, including Lightfall right now. Everything up to Lightfall for $42.
Well, the funny thing, I think the only thing I'm missing is Moon's Haunted.
That's probably somewhere around $6.
Nice, because I have Lightfall, I have Witch Queen, I have the Stasis one.
Beyond
so I think
Light.
it's just Moon's Haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think it's Beyond Light.
Shadowkeep.
No,
you have Beyond Light.
Yeah,
Shadowkeep. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. So now that we've had that, we are going to be talking about Destiny coming up very, very soon, but we've got to talk about some of the stuff that is in the title right now. Guys, did you know that Shonen Jump is actually currently doing some litigation? And it's not Shonen Jump. I purposely misled you. Shonen Jump is not actually on trial, but there is a trial that involves Shonen Jump. DBS Hype's role exposed in court during Shonen Jump leakers' first trial. That's what happened. If you've been wondering why a lot of the leakers and scanlation sites have been going down, it's because Shonen Jump, Shueisha, they're not playing around. They came after the leakers. Which is a good time to remind you guys that you should get yourselves a Shonen Jump account. It's not difficult to do if you want to keep up with what's going on in Shonen Jump. The only downside is you can only read 100 chapters per day, which sucks. But all of that is for $2.99, and you get their entire Shonen Jump library. So,
and if you're someone like me, like Jump, the 100 chapters is going to last you a long time.
Not to mention that you can do all of this over the phone. So, like, you can read all of that content on your phone. All right. So, the first trial of the 2 manga leakers who were arrested on suspicion of copyright infringement was held at Kumamoto District Court, presided by Judge Mikito Nakata on May 27th. During the trial, it was revealed that the popular account on SNS, DBS Hype, had demanded the Tokyo-based company Japan Deal World into sending them leaks for popular manga titles in exchange for promoting their company. The prosecution stated that DBS Hype, whose real identity remains unknown, contacted the manager on social media and made the illicit proposal. The manager then ordered the employee to photograph the unreleased manga at the company's office, which were then sent to DBS Hype. This occurred on 3 occasions between January 26th and 31st. 2024. The copyrighted works in question included One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, serialized in Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump, and Blue Lock, serialized in Kodansha's Weekly Shonen Magazine. So this is not just Shonen Jump, guys. Just even though we did lead with that title and they led with that title, this isn't just Shueisha. This is also Kodansha coming after them. This is the entire manga industry coming down on these guys. The manager of Japan Deal World, Musa Samir, and his 34-year-old employee have both confessed to the charges against them. Following the initial reports, DBS Hype's social media accounts were reportedly deleted or deactivated. However, the extent of DBS Hype's involvement in the early spoilers case and whether they demanded similar leaks from other sources remains unclear. Popular leakers, including Scanpedia and OPS Scans, have shut down their SNN site and websites respectively after reports of the arrest came out in February this year. If you remember, we did cover this in February about a mass arrest of manga leakers and spoilers and pirated manga groups. While the manager and employee face charges for copyright infringement, DBS Hype has not been charged in this case despite instigating the leaks. Prosecutors have stated they did not pursue charges related to the public sharing of leaked images online, even though they were charged with it initially. The manager and the employee, both French nationals, were arrested on February 4th, 2024. The Kumamoto police revealed that Samir's company is involved in dealing with Jump and related goods and that they obtained a copy of Jump before its release to sell at their own company. In some cases, the images they scanned were modified to make them appear as if they were not scanned from a paper magazine, but the publishers have confirmed that no electronic data was leaked from the publishers. According to the cops, the images they leaked were translated to multiple foreign languages, including English, and reposted on various sites. Guys, what did you think of this?
About goddamn time.
Yeah.
I feel a little... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, because like, as much as it does suck to have to pay for some things sometimes, how else are we going to expect people to get their money?
Yeah, how... I mean...
People make this stuff for a profit. This is for their living, their livelihoods.
If you want them to
both
keep...
this and anime.
If you want them to keep eating, you kind of have to... pay for the stuff that they create. It's like any other transaction. It's an art for good service. That having been said, I do feel a little bad that the other entity, DBS, is not getting hit. Like, they're not going after them. Especially considering these alleged statements that... Or I guess it's not alleged anymore because it's been brought up and proven in court. The evidence has been proven in court. Are you supposed to say alleged until a verdict comes down or whatnot? I don't know how this goes.
Yeah, you're supposed to say alleged until it's actually proven in court.
Okay. So at this point, this group has allegedly coerced some of these people. Now, that's not to say that this group is blameless. They definitely share the blame. But overall, they bear responsibility here. That being the case, throw the book at these guys, you know? They knew what they were doing. They understood the risks they were taking. And it sounds to me like they did it for clout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, literally they did it for clout for their business, and it's like, well, how far did that clout get you? You know? So, justice served, justice earned, is what I'm saying.
Just desserts.
Again, support your official release, guys. That's all.
Please support the official release.
All right. We will move on to another topic in just a moment. I'm just scanning through. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait till we get to the anime segment, and then we'll do our review. This will actually give Fenris some time if he wants to watch it.
I'm only waiting for it to buffer.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Fenris unfortunately was tied up with like tractor issues and trying to fix stuff all day today. And of course, guys, Mushoku Tensei doesn't even come out until like 11:30 in the morning. So like, we understand here. He has watched the new Slime episode.
Yes,
Confirmed.
I have.
So we will definitely be talking about that. We're all good on Slime. I'm just like, you know what? I think it's actually good that we don't do the reviews at the beginning. We just talk about the news, and then when we get to the anime block, that's when we talk about it. And this gives some people time to catch up if they need it. To be fair, I mean, when Moon jumped in, he was still finishing up Mushoku Tensei as well. So we absolutely understand.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, it'll be fresh on everyone's mind.
Yep.
All right. So, Moon, did you know there's a new Batman Ninja thing going on? Like, I remember the old Batman Ninja anime being announced and everything. I never watched it. Did you?
No, I didn't. I was intrigued, but like
Same.
never saw it.
I've been meaning to. I just never got to. But there's a new one coming out. Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League film. Sequel to Batman Ninja announced. So we got some more Batman goodness. Warner Brothers Japan revealed on Thursday that it's producing a sequel to its Batman Ninja CG anime film titled Batman Ninja vs. Yakuza League. Junpei Mizusaki, the producer of the opening animation sequences for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusade, and Kamikaze Doga, CEO and founder, is returning from Batman Ninja to direct the film alongside Shinji Takagi, unit director for Blood the Last Vampire. Holy shit, that's a good series.
Jesus, dude, I am already looking forward to this now.
Yeah. Kamikaze Doga is again animating the film. Returning staff members also include scriptwriter Kazuki Nakashima, character designer Takashi Okazaki, and composer Yugo Kano. Koichi Yamadera returns to voice Bruce Wayne / Batman. Warner Brothers Japan will host the Warner Brothers Japan Presents Suicide Squad Isekai and Batman Ninja vs. Yakuza League panel at Anime Expo on July 4th. The panel will reveal more details for the film. And so that's what we've got to look forward to. What do you guys think about this? Like, what are your thoughts on this specifically? I know all of us probably need to watch Batman Ninja at some point.
I watched Batman Ninja already, like the first one a while ago with my dad.
Uh-huh.
He's super into DC and Marvel, and
That's hey, that's not...
I like spending
welcome
time
here.
with him.
Yeah, that's a welcome thing right there. Dude, I'm super into Batman in general, but yeah, I feel ashamed that I have not watched this.
He knows I'm not that big into superheroes on myself, but you know, I do it because it's my dad.
Right.
Lots of different interconnecting storylines. And the first one of all the character designs were weird in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing Robin basically bald was like, why?
Which Robin?
It wasn't. I think it was no. It wasn't Jason. It wasn't Dick. And Jason was there as Red Hood. I think it was his son, Damien.
Damien?
Yes, Damien. That was his name.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not surprising though. I've seen Damien bald before.
Yeah.
I grew up with like the Batman animated series where Robin had like a full head of hair and then
Yeah.
like a bald Robin. I'm like,
But
what
that
the
was
hell's
Dick
going
Grayson.
on?
It's also like
that was Dick
Tim
Grayson and
Drake.
Tim Drake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, that's why I say which Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was Mecha.
There's like
in
5?
it.
Yeah.
There was so much going on in that.
There's four Robins. There's Dick Grayson, the original Robin, who became Nightwing. Then there is Jason Todd, who ended up becoming Red Hood.
After a very, very unfriendly run-in with a crowbar.
Oh yeah. Ask Robin if I've got
yeah.
bars. Ask Robin if I drop bars. All right. Anyway, yeah, Jason Todd became the Red Hood, or actually, didn't he take on another moniker after Red Hood? I keep forgetting.
No, as far as I know, he stayed Red Hood.
He stayed Red Hood, and then Tim Drake was the third Robin who became Red Robin later, if I remember right. And
Yeah, and he opened a fantastic chain of
I
restaurants.
think so.
mediocre at best.
Yum.
See, that's how the killer finds you. Which is why I don't care about that song. You got a killer in the house. He's got the knife. He's looking for you. Red Robin. Yum. And the killer knows exactly where you are because he just says Red Robin. Yeah.
He won't get me with Red Robin. However, if he says the words "Where are you?" correctly, I might have to shout out something. Clearly, you guys don't listen to enough punk rock.
If somebody said Scooby-Doo,
Where are you?
Where are you?
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry.
Or we just like we just be like Marco.
Polo.
See?
Polo. Shit.
Fuck. Stab. Anyway, we're so dumb here. We love ourselves here. We have fun. All right.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's great.
I definitely am interested. I don't know what the Yakuza League is, if that's like the League of Supervillains, but for Batman Ninja. But we'll see. We shall see. On to our next story. Netflix has added Godzilla -1 film. The official Twitter account for Toho's Godzilla franchise announced on Saturday that Takashi Yamazaki's Godzilla -1 film is streaming worldwide on Netflix. The film is available worldwide, but is currently not available in Japan. Godzilla -1 / Color, the black and white version of the film, will be available on Netflix later this summer. In North America, Godzilla -1 and Godzilla -1 or -Color are additionally available for digital rental and digital purchase on Amazon, Apple iTunes, Google Play, Microsoft, Fandango Now, Vudu in Demand, Xbox, and Vubiquity. What? So many. But yeah, I don't want to get into all the history of the backstory of Godzilla -1 and all its awards and stuff. This is a good thing. I like that it's available worldwide. I can now watch it. Guys, I got to be honest. It's going to have to take something big to get my ass out of the house and my butt into a theater. Because tickets be expensive. Guys, this is how upset I am about this whole thing. Friday. On Friday, there was a theater 15 minutes away from me that was playing the Haikyuu film. It was only a one-time thing, and they only showed it for that one time. Like, it wasn't like we're showing it all day long. No. They only showed it in one theater once, and it was dubbed. No hate on the dub. I've just not listened to the dub, so it would be weird for me to go from Japanese to English and have completely different voices. It would mess with me. If they showed a subbed version and a dubbed version and showed both versions at different times, I'd be so for it, but they didn't. And that's sad. I wish I could have gone, but also Friday, I don't think I'd gotten paid yet, so I was screwed. And also I had stuff I had to do during the time. So, yeah, I was a little sad about that. I'll watch it when it comes to streaming. But for now, yeah. So, this is more good stuff. I like that Netflix is like getting back to kind of business, as it were. They haven't really fallen off that much, but like they took a slip and now they're picking themselves back up. Why do we fall, Master Wayne? You know, kind of thing. But yeah, your thoughts on this? Even if you haven't seen -1, you probably have some thoughts. Moon? No, Fenris, you keep watching. I'm talking to Moon.
You know I will go on and on about this.
You will. You will. I will give you that opportunity shortly, but I want you to at least get caught up.
Yeah. Friendship.
What do you know
I'm
about?
not gonna lie. I started listening to you, and then I was looking at something, and I zoned out.
We're talking about Godzilla minus one, or just
I'm
the
sorry.
Godzilla franchise in general.
Minus one. Okay.
And it being on
So
Netflix worldwide.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it a watch. A friend of mine's actually wanted to watch this one when it was in theaters, but didn't get a chance.
Oh.
And so it'll be fun to watch.
I'll bring
I
that up
enjoy the
later.
Godzilla. It's really cool. Okay. But I enjoy the Godzilla franchise. I think it's really cool, really fun. I haven't seen much of it, actually. I've seen parts of the old American Godzilla movie, and I know about the Japanese Godzillas.
Yes.
Yeah,
The real
black and white
Godzilla.
ones. Yes. And I've seen the commercials and stuff for the newer movies that they were making, which I think did a really good job at giving it a sense of scale. You could really feel how big Godzilla was just in the commercials, especially when you were in theaters. Woof. So I am very interested to see these movies.
I still haven't
I'm
watched the
very glad they're coming
Godzilla
out in
Kong
a
team up movie.
space where I can watch them.
Yeah.
Neither have I. I lost track of Kong somewhere after the movie that had Jack Black in it.
To be fair, a lot of people lost track of Kong. That's how he's able to move around so freely.
Fair enough.
We will. Maybe we could put that on the wall and have the home theater experience with Godzilla minus one. Who knows?
That would be fun.
Yeah, because it is kind of theater,
That's a-
kind of theater adjacent. I'll see if I can get a Dunisi popcorn
Are
thing.
we gonna have to duct tape Fenris's mouth so he doesn't, just talk all over it?
Get me drunk enough, and I won't.
I'll have the play.
I can achieve that.
I doubt that. I'm sure I can get you drunk before I get drunk.
Oh, that's not even a problem. I could get him
That's
drunk before. Yeah.
That is not hard at all.
What
My
does Adderall have to do
tolerance
with
went
this?
up. I started taking these right back down. Do what?
What does Adderall have to do
Dude,
with this?
it used to be, it gets you drunker faster.
Oh, okay.
Because it used to be I needed like about 2 or 3 drinks a little before I started on this, and now I'm back to needing only 1.
The fact that it only takes 2 or 3 in
So
general
getting me drunk
is
is
sad.
not a problem.
That is sad.
That's
a very low tolerance to begin with.
Yeah.
I've never once claimed that it took a lot to get me drunk.
With
Not
how often
once.
you drink,
I'm very open with the fact that I am a cheap drunk.
Yeah, with how often you
see
drink,
me
you would
drink
think.
maybe 1 daiquiri. You see
And
me
you're
drink
drunk.
maybe 1 daiquiri and maybe 1 or 2 twisted teas. Do
And
what?
you're drunk by the end of it.
Yes.
I don't. By the end of the second twisted tea, definitely. The second daiquiri, definitely. First daiquiri,
I give this man 1 shot of the pina colada I have here. He's gone. He's just already.
Oh, just wait till I give him a
Probably.
glass of high C.
I am going to do the mix that I've got. I've got the boathouse or the both house vanilla chai with the cinnamon in it, and I'm gonna give him a cup of that with the pina colada mixed in, because I do a ratio where you don't really taste the alcohol, but you taste the pina colada mixed in. He will drink that like it's candy because he won't be able to taste the alcohol. And then I want to see how quickly it fucks him up, because it's only like literally if I have a cup
quick.
if I have a cup that's like this big, I fill a quarter of it with the pina colada and the rest of it with the both house stuff, and then just let it. It's like how we used to do Jack and root beer. Quarter cup Jack, the rest of it root beer. Stir it up together. You don't even taste the Jack really. You drink it like it's Kool-Aid, and then you try and stand up because you got to pee, and you fall right flat on your ass.
So,
Yeah.
the high C drink I'm talking about. Imagine this cup. Up to here, ruby red grapefruit vodka. The rest apple juice. Tastes just like orange lava burst high C.
Oh.
I am intrigued.
Also, he's not allowed to eat my gummy bears.
Me or Moon?
Moon.
Ooh. So
If I get
thing
gummy
is,
bears,
I can eat edibles.
No, you
I gotta
can't.
Be careful.
No, you can't. You're not allowed to eat my gummy bears because I soaked them in vodka for 3 days.
Oh, then can I just have one? That's all it's gonna take.
this man will. I'll eat half a bowl of gummy bears like it's popcorn. You know. Then I'm like, I'm buzzed. This is nice.
I'd have like maybe 2, and I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. These gummy bears are shit.
You remember Gushers? It's like that, but with alcohol. Kind of.
Ooh,
like that.
that's even better.
Yeah. All right.
God, I have a shit ton of Sky Vodka. I should do that.
All right, guys. Last but not least, we want to talk really quick about another Netflix thing to go from one Netflix topic to another. Netflix report the live-action One Piece series as its #1 viewed show in the second half of 2023.
Not surprising.
Not super surprising. So Netflix revealed
all.
last week in its What We Watched report for the second half of 2023 that the Hollywood live-action series of Eiichiro Oda's One Piece manga was the #1 viewed show on the service for July through December. The series had 71.6 million total views with 541.9 million hours viewed. By comparison, the second most watched series, Dear Child, had 52.5 million views. Almost a 20 million difference right there. With 252.8 million hours viewed. So almost over 300 million hour difference. Netflix calculates the total views as total hours viewed divided by runtime. The company also revealed that the live-action show more than doubled the viewers for the One Piece anime and films on the surface. Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Several other anime and anime-related rankings in the top 100 spots. The live-action series based on Yoshihiro Togashi Yu Yu Hakusho manga ranked number 66 with 16.5 million total views and 69.2 million hours viewed. The second season of Baki Hanma ranked 86 with 14 million views. Finally, the television anime of writer Akumi Agitogi and illustrator Tsukiho Tsukioka's My Happy Marriage light novel series ranked 95. So I want to know the numbers that the Yu Yu Hakusho anime did, because the live action was good for the first like 3 episodes. And then it fell first 1 or 2, almost 3 episodes, and then it kind of fell off a cliff because they tried to rush everything into a very small package. And it's like, bro, you skipped all of the Dark Tournament. How dare you? So
I never even finished watching it.
the first 2 episodes were fucking phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal.
I think I watched the first episode with you, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was great. First episode was great. And the second episode, too, you're like, holy shit. But the third episode just kind of... it started.
Also,
it started to deviate.
Can we rewatch One Piece live action while I'm up there? I'm
Perhaps.
so far into One Piece now. I'm like, I need to rewatch the live action so I can see what I can catch. Oh my god.
You're not far enough.
Mama, why are you calling me?
Okay. So, yeah, he's not quite far enough. He did finally meet Brooke, though, so we're good on that. I don't know if he made it to the end. We can hear you.
All right. I was on stream, too. Love you, too.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Well, that explains that.
What's up?
1 sec. Apparently, this is pulling audio from my headphones
Oh.
and not my microphone.
I was wondering why it was that I could hear you still.
Me too, because I turned the bit and I'm like, why? It's going great. Usually keep this thing muted.
Anyhow, let's move
There it
on
goes. Nope.
to our next topic. Oh, all right. So this one Fenris doesn't have to worry about at all because the next two stories are just going to be about Destiny.
Awesome. I'm gonna mute myself so
Except
I
for
can,
one thing. Except for one thing. The first story is literally Sony done fucked up again. So let's get our obligatory Sony done fucked up comment.
Fucking hell, Sony.
Okay, so this is not the first time that Sony has done this. They have accidentally leaked trailers and other information in regards to Destiny because somebody at Sony doesn't know how to do stuff correctly. Well, this time, Sony fucked up and actually released Lightfall a day early, or a couple of days, like a day ago. And some people actually were able to jump into it. And keep in mind, Bungie this is the first time that Bungie hasn't allowed people to scour the API codes to find out any information. Everything has been sealed in lock and key. The people that they brought over to Bungie to actually play the final shape and give like their thoughts on it and stuff like that, they only got to play like specific portions of like missions and stuff like that. And then and their videos were looked over by like a shit ton of people to make sure there were no spoilers and things like that. So Bungie's been keeping a good lid on it. And then Sony goes and just accidentally puts some stuff out on their PlayStation Plus network where the final shape is playable. It's playable. Now, people had to start from the very beginning, creating a new Guardian, do all the intro shit, but they managed to make it all the way to the very first mission of the campaign before Bungie shut the servers down, which is why the servers were down for a little bit, either Thursday or Friday. I can't remember which, but the servers were down for a little while because Bungie had to do some emergency management to fix what Sony messed up. Now, it wasn't a major amount of stuff, but there were story spoilers that were leaked. So my advice here is stay away from Reddit. For the most part, I haven't seen anything on social media about the leaks. I don't really care. I want to play it completely fresh-faced. And if you want to see those reactions, come by on Tuesday. I am going to be streaming it. So Tuesday afternoon, we'll jump in.
I will try to be playing with you.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
I have to like take my friends to work, and then I have to try to get my tires rotated. But
okay. I think at noon
I
my
want to jump in
time
with
or
you.
1 p.m. your time is when I'm going to be jumping in. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody is going to be trying to
try to
jump
be
in,
home
so
by then.
that's
Make
yeah.
no guarantees.
Well, the waiting is probably going to be ass, but they said they did some stuff with the servers to try and fix that, so we'll see. Secondly, now the funny thing is, it's Destiny related, but it's also something that's coming with the final shape. Destiny 2, the final shape, Dungeons and Dragons Destiny. So there is a supposedly D&D styled mission. You're going to be able to actually have an emote for rolling dice, for doing a dice roll. And there's D&D themed armor. I don't know all of the particulars for this, but going off of the trailer, now I'm going to look at the stuff here. Experience the legendary crossover with Dungeons and Dragons featuring Faerun inspired armor, ornaments for every class, an owlbear chariot, Queen of Dragon ship, and Eye Tyrant, Ghost Shell, and more. So that is the information that was put in there by Bungie in the description for the trailer.
I really hope we get to fight Vecna
I mean, there you go.
or Bahamut.
So,
Eye Tyrant is his name.
So, here we go. If you have not seen it, once again, please take a look at it. It looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. I highly recommend it. But yeah. All right.
I like the warlock armor. It's just whatever they're called. Fuck, what are they called? Oh no, mind flayer.
Oh yeah, Mind Flayer. Yeah. And then we also got I think one of the ghost shells is they're like multi-item. Like that's a beholder, dude. You're trying to make it look like a beholder, and I'm okay with this.
Well, there's a specific. When they said Eye Tyrant, there is a specific
beholder type
in Magic the Gathering. It's also a card. Yeah, there's a specific beholder. It's like something with a K, but his full title is whatever, the Eye Tyrant.
Ah, gotcha.
They should have made a D20 ghost shell.
That would have been better. I would have enjoyed that.
Alrighty. Let's see what we got next. Okay. We're staying in gaming for a couple more. Oh yeah. One is gaming adjacent, but it's still gaming. But the first one, guys, if you haven't seen it, the not only a trailer but like literally gameplay for the Silent Hill 2 remake came out, showcasing what the game's going to look like, how it's going to play. It looks damn good. As someone who played the old Silent Hill 2, this is vastly better in visuals. It looks possibly better in storytelling as far as because the way that they can approach things now versus back then are they have a lot more tools and a lot more resources, so you could definitely feel that touch. I'm also really, really excited for the upcoming Resident Evil remake because the 2006 version of Resident Evil 1 was technically a remake.
That's just rumors right now.
Oh no. No, that's
did they finally officially announce it?
They didn't officially announce it, but the rumor mill is now at a point where it's gone from rumor to extremely likely because it was leaked. That's what happened. It was leaked.
You know what else was leaked by the same leaker? Then he backtracked.
What?
Resident Evil 5 remake.
Oh.
Also.
Oh yeah. No. I'm aware. I've played it. It wasn't just one leaker though. It was leaked by multiple leakers. The Resi 1 remake. So if that is in fact happening, I'm for it. I want them to make the official announcement.
Do it on their 30th anniversary.
Oh yeah, it would. Oh yeah, it would.
That's in 2 years.
2 years from now. Yeah, that's about right for development time and everything.
That's if they haven't been developing it since. I mean,
yeah. Oh, I'm sure they have been.
Capcom is great at developing several Resident Evil titles at one time, like Resident Evil 3, the Resident Evil 3 remake and Resident Evil 2 remake. They were in development at the same time.
That explains a lot about Resi 3.
But they were from 2 different studios.
Okay.
Capcom's not going with the same studio ever again that did Resident Evil 3 remake because it was atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, there were parts about it were really there definitely were a lot of things about Resi 3 that I liked, and as somebody that never played the original Resi 3, I think I felt more enjoyment. But then when I was told by everybody about the clock tower and things that were left out of Resi 3, because it was like, man, this game's too short, and they were like, yeah, the game is too short. Here's why. Here's what they cut out. They cut out this. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I was one of those people because I just recently went back and replayed Resident Evil 3 Remake on a fresh, brand new playthrough of Inferno mode.
Mm-hmm.
I completed it in an hour and 15 minutes with 1 death.
I'm not that good.
Keep in mind, I hadn't played Resident Evil 3 Remake since release day.
I'm not that good. You'll have to come over You'll have to come over and show us all up on my PC. That's how we'll do it. That's how we'll do it.
Resident Evil have in common.
What do Silent Hill and Resident Evil have in common? Horror.
Yeah.
100% survival, horror, psychological. Here's the thing. The difference between Silent
I'm just
Hill...
talking about for myself.
I know. But the difference between Silent Hill and Resident Evil is that Silent Hill is on more the psychological horror side of things.
Whereas Resident Evil
Evil
is
is-
based more grounded in reality because it's something that could actually be happening for all.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're not basing it on like the zombie trope. That's not what Resident Evil is about, though.
No.
That's what they tried to make it in America. Like, it's literally called Biohazard. It's literally turning people into monsters through genetic manipulation. That's why there's the
manipulation viruses. I mean,
that's why you have the C virus, the T virus, the G virus, and the A virus, because it's all based on the 4 letters of DNA.
And the T plus G.
Yeah, T plus G, which is scary in its own. And what happens when you take all those and mix them with Plagas? You get Ouroboros, which is way scarier.
But yeah, so in the original Resident Evil, like the original, Biohazard.
He's played
the
it.
Japanese version.
Oh,
some of the files are different, and they
Yeah.
refer to the zombies as secondary infected because it was never meant to turn people into zombies.
yeah, that was an accident. They were trying to create the Tyrant, which is the boss that you fight at the end of Resident Evil.
And so the T-002 is the technical third prototype of the Tyrant. The first is the T-00, which you fight in Resident Evil 0.
Yeah.
We've never seen the T-01.
And there's a variant version that Europe made, which is in fact Nemesis.
That was a T-103 mixed with the Plagas.
Plaga, yeah, that was the Plaga. Yeah, that's why I call it a variant.
That as well in the canon.
Yeah,
because originally in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the Nemesis was a T-103 mixed with the Nemesis T-type, which was a variant of the T virus.
But now with the updated version of RE3,
now they're trying to interconnect the entire story,
which
I
appreciate.
To parasites, and it makes sense to me. Okay?
Yeah, it does.
I'm happy that they're trying to get it all one cohesive canon.
Yeah,
because right now they're on their 5th canon since 1996.
Yeah. So definitely the overarching story has improved. Again, the one that, like, I want Resi 1 properly remade, and then the next remake that needs to happen, I'm sorry, we can put 5 on the back burner for now. We can put 5 on the back burner. It does need a proper remake. I'm not, like, 5 had issues. The gameplay was good. The story was kind of, it was a little weak.
And the AI was atrocious.
The AI was atrocious. Here's the main thing that I want from them, though. If you're going to remake anything after 1, it needs to be Code Veronica.
There's 3 games that should honestly get a remake before 5. And following 1 should be 0.
Oh, yeah. 0 is desperately in need of that.
And add a fucking co-op function.
2-0? Yeah.
Yes.
Proper co-op function instead of swapping back and forth. Yeah.
I mean, you can still do the swap back and forth, but I've been wanting to play that game with my... Exactly. And the co-op, like, come on, it'd be perfect. It's a game where each character has their own particular thing. You can go off and do your own goddamn thing if you want, and it's perfectly fine. There are parts of the game where you do split up between Billy and Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you got Code Veronica, the game that every Resident Evil fan has been asking for over a decade.
Code Veronica is so good.
It is the hardest Resident Evil game and the longest.
Ironically enough.
And then Outbreak. Because Outbreak also covers
the one on the ship?
Raccoon City. No.
Oh, Resident Evil. Oh, Outbreak
Resident
from
Evil...
Raccoon City Outbreak.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Resident Evil Outbreak 1 and file number 2. Because since co-op and online gameplay is now a big thing, the PlayStation 2 version of Resident Evil Outbreak and Resident Evil Outbreak file number 2 were way ahead of their time with online co-op functions and online PvP. You bring those back now when, co-op and online PvP is like the dominance of gameplay nowadays.
We're slowly starting to revert back, to shift back towards single-player gaming.
Slowly, yes, but with it still being a mainly co-op and online PvP focused, now is a great time to bring back Outbreak 1, File number 2, or hell, even give us an Outbreak 3 that we've been asking for 20 years.
Alrighty, well,
I'm sorry, I get very passionate about
that's
Resident
okay.
Evil.
We gotta get back to Silent Hill right now. For those of you that don't remember, back in 2006, there was a Silent Hill live action movie, and it was actually pretty good. Like, it looked and felt a lot like the Silent Hill game. Now, they didn't follow the exact storyline of Silent Hill 1, and I didn't expect them to. You got to remember, at this point in time, we'd never had a video game that was even halfway decent. This was the first halfway
adaptation.
Yeah, sorry. We never had a video game movie adaptation that was halfway decent. Finally, we got one. And it wasn't Hollywood. It was a French director that did it. And it was because he fucking loves Silent Hill. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That director is back. And they are doing Silent Hill 2. Like proper Silent Hill.
Third Silent Hill movie.
Yeah. To be fair, I didn't have a problem with the second movie. I thought it was good because it felt like it was tying in the first and the second. It was tying in 1 and 3 together.
Because the first game and the third game,
are
tied together.
Yeah.
The second game
is kind of a standalone.
Kind of standalone, but does have ties to the first and third game.
Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. He's now doing the actual story for Silent Hill 2, and they're doing that. And the stuff that they showed looked freaking good. They are still using a lot of practical stuff for their monsters. I loved seeing the dance studio choreo for like the monsters in Silent Hill. Like, you got the nurse movement, then you've got like I forget what they're called. The guys that like are completely covered in skin and don't have arms. But the spitters, as I call them, because they vomit like acid or something on you. But they've got those. Like, it was so interesting, just a peek behind the curtain. I'm looking forward to this because up until go ahead.
Don't forget Pyramid Head.
Oh no, they haven't even shown that. They had something else. It wasn't Pyramid Head that they were showing, but this is the first appearance of the Pyramid Head. In the games anyway, because Pyramid Head wasn't in 1. He didn't show up until 2.
Correct. And he did make a cameo in 3, but you only watched him walk by.
Yeah. In the games, we're talking about, guys. We're talking about the games. In the movies, he was all over the place. But that's because that character is so freaking iconic. And so I actually appreciated that they did not show Pyramid Head at all in this. Like, they had some other creature that I was like, oh, is that Pyramid? No, that's something very different. Okay. So they're not giving us everything just yet, and I'm looking forward to that. Anyhow, I'm really excited for this. Did you get caught up, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Really, really excited for this. Can't wait to see it. Now we're moving on to the anime block, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to do the thing. Now, if you're new here, I'm going to let you know really quickly that when we do our reviews, we have a little spoiler button that comes up. It looks like this. So you got a nice little spoiler bar right here to my side. And while that button is up, we are going to be talking about the spoilers for the newest episodes of Slime and Mushoku Tensei. Now, if you've watched these two, we'd love you to continue watching and give us your thoughts on this. So please do that if you've watched these episodes. We're going to start with Slime, and then we'll move over to Mushoku Tensei. Once it's over, I will take the spoiler button down. So if you don't want spoilers, just mute through. Keep an eye on us from time to time. And if you see the spoiler thing is down, that means it's okay. We're back to talking about just general anime news, of which we have a few things to talk about. We're going to try and get through this kind of quickly. I have something to do in 45 minutes. So, that being said, let's get started. Spoiler button is up now. All right, so let's talk about Slime episode 9, I believe, is what we're on now.
They done fucked up.
I told you Ranga was going to find his chew toy. I told you.
Yeah, but he wasn't chewing on him.
Oh,
he was
man.
just tossing him around a bit, and it was like, oh.
This is the episode I was the most looking forward to because it's a very Diablo-heavy episode. And
I enjoyed it because
Great one, too.
Rong is so precious in this episode. He just wants to play.
he's literally
Yeah,
like,
just
it's
like,
an army
"Hey,
of
people play
5,000.
with Wii!"
He's literally, it's an army of 5,000 versus Ranga, and Ranga's just like, exercise.
You're playing with me, yay!
Like, I love, because we talked about this recently in the light novel, that the guy, this guy that he was playing with at the end is now has PTSD around all dogs because of Ranga. And now you see why.
Oh, it's
Ranga's
so
just
funny.
like, play. Ranga, you should probably stop. Why?
You don't want to kill him.
But he wants to play.
But he wants to play. I don't think he wants to play anymore. Aw.
Lord River is going to get angry.
He shrinks down 3 sizes.
He literally shrank.
Yeah. It said in Tempest that day, Ranga's size shrank 3 sizes that day.
Shrank 3 sizes.
Ranga shanked somebody 3 times. I can believe it.
Shake.
Yep.
Shake your booty. All right. Anyhow,
Oh.
I love it. It was so much fun. So now that we've covered the Ranga parts, I also love that like Gobta and the rest of the Goblin Riders and freaking Gabiru all arrive and they're just like, there's nothing for us to do. Like, oh, okay.
I think the part of the episode I enjoyed the most was Hakuro saying, "Yeah, I'll send Gopta and the Goblin Riders," and they're all just like heads in the fur of the dogs, going, "What?
What?" And
Wait, how are we
Gabiru is like cleaning his spear and stuff. And yeah, I love that. That's so freaking funny. It just
was like a second, but it was like the best scene of that episode.
it's literally the equivalent of we have an army, we have a Ranga. It's kind of weird. Boop boop boop.
Oh man.
puny god, but instead it's like beefy dog. Anyhow, so let's move over to Diablo. His stuff was really interesting. I don't know why, when it was in the light novel, I seemed to think that they were fighting at nighttime. I don't know why, but for me, that's the mood that I had when I was reading it. I totally thought it was night.
For me, I thought it was at night, and I thought they were like in a building somewhere.
I thought they were next to like a castle or something. Like they hadn't fully moved their forces forward. I gotta be honest though, I kind of like
that point.
I kind of like it as Diablo beating their asses in broad daylight. It's way more interesting.
Oh, that's even better. Especially when like the 7 days clergy come up and they're like, Diablo reporters.
No, my
then it's like really clear that the reporters could see. Oh no.
What was all right? So Fenris, what was your favorite part of the Diablo fight thing?
When the demon hunter's like, "You're referring to those demons by first name? I'm fucked."
I love that we finally got to see our first shot of. Oh, we're on spoiler territory. Okay, light novel spoilers here. If you don't want those, close your ears. 3, 2, 1. We finally got to see Testarossa in the flesh for the first time.
That was fun.
Okay, unplug your ears.
I love that he's like. I love that he's like, let's see who can last the longest without of not being afraid of me.
Yeah, who can
immediately everyone's just
if you think somebody could break their fear of me, let's test this. And it's just like boom, and I'm like, yeah, this was a little bit more intricate in the light novel, but this is still very much it. This is so it. I was so happy for it.
And he's sitting there just like, I didn't even release my full aura. You what?
He's like, yeah. I love that it's the one leader of the demon hunters that actually understands, because here's the thing. This is the hint. He's dropping the hint. These guys are from the East, which means they're from the Empire. When he talks about the Bloody Lake incident, he's talking about something huge that Blanc did, like more or less recently. So this is Primordial Black talking about Primordial White. Just so you guys understand what we're discussing here. And then they mentioned Rouge, who is Primordial Red, a.k.a. Guy Crimson, or Guy Crimson.
And the fact that he's just
takes all those name drops
names
for the guy to understand, oh, I'm fucked.
And then the Rooks have no fucking clue. And then when he says that he's Demon Pier, the guy goes, with the rest of everybody that's behind that barrier, he goes, Demon Pier, and then passes right the fuck out. I'm like, oh my god, this is so, because you get a nice dose of information from this, and it's so, I love how Diablo gives the exposition because it's done in such a fucking sinister, fun way. Now some people said that they were disappointed by Slime because like it's literally just watching Rimuru's forces just run over everybody and there's never any like tension or stakes or thought that they could lose. And I'm like, funny. Keep going. It's gonna change in the future. Rimuru's forces are not as powerful as you think they are. It's just you're watching
They're
them
strong, but this.
The problem is you're watching
them take on the.
You're watching them take on normies. These are just basic ass humans.
I mean,
don't get me wrong.
Best metaphor I can come up with. Diablo is a magnifying glass. The soldiers are ants.
The ants. Yeah, exactly. And Ranga is a sunbeam.
Yes.
All right, so then at the end, we get back to Rimuru trying to heal Hinata after she took that attack. And then, of course, in the different locations, the 7 Days Clergy shows up. So, yeah, Moon and I know what's going to happen. Fenris, I want to hear from you. What do you think is going to happen after this?
One, I think Diablo's going to kill the 7 Days Clergy that came out by him. And then I have a feeling Luminous is going to show up. Tell Rimuru, stand the fuck down. These fuckers are mine.
Good theories all around. We shall see. I don't want to spoil anything for anime onlys, so just enjoy.
Let's face it. The theory about Diablo killing them, it's not much of a theory. They're right there in front of him. They framed him. He wants revenge.
There's also that. But there's a little bit more to it. Keep in mind that this entire time, the reporters have been there, and Diablo is the one that put up a protection barrier. So, who knows? Taking bets, ladies and gentlemen. Taking bets, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think is more powerful? Diablo's barrier or the 7 Days Clergy? Remember,
Diablo.
3 of the 7 Days Clergy are together, and 2 of them poured their power into one individual so they could release a giant attack. What say you?
I say Diablo.
I will say next episode's probably gonna be my favorite.
Also,
because I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I also want to point out the very beginning, Damrata talking and saying, oh, and kind of figuring out what's going on with Diablo. It's like, oh no, Razin is being controlled by Diablo because Diablo's that powerful. Yeah, we're getting the fuck out of here. He's like, nope. He's like, I left him these guys. That's the gift. Just, I'm fucking out. Like, my favorite part of this entire episode was seeing old girl. I think her name is Sade or whatever. I can't remember if it's hers. Glenda, that's her name. Glenda.
Running the fuck away.
Running the fuck away. She's like, she just noped. It's so funny. That was my favorite part of the episode, is Glenda just noping the fuck out of there when she realized.
And then then Sare realizing it. Oh shit, something's not adding up. And then the 7 Days Clergy show up.
Yeah. All right. So, last. Yeah, I am also liking how they're starting to figure out that they're being manipulated, so they're not complete idiots. That helps. Okay.
You and I have been talking about this. Moon, your opinion.
I have to move on to Mushoku Tensei. I have a limited amount of time.
Fair.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do Mushoku Tensei.
All right,
I've
guys.
been throwing in my
Mushoku
opinion here and
Tensei?
there, but there's such a delay. It's
All right, Mushoku Tensei. Moon, you start us off. What happened this episode?
all right.
With some heavy
Mushoku
shit.
Tensei, we got to catch up with Paul finally. It was wonderful to get to see Rudy go to Paul. You know, they were talking and everything, and we learned that they've been going into this labyrinth where what's her name? Rudy's mom is supposedly
Zenith.
somewhere, hopefully. Yeah. But yeah, Zenith. They've been going in and out of this labyrinth, trying to old missions and stuff. And also, apparently, somewhere along the way, Roxy got lost.
Oh
This
no,
was
she
a
didn't get lost.
Very scary moment for Rudy.
She didn't get lost. She got
got lost.
teleported somewhere.
She stepped on a portal and she got lost. Yeah.
That's not how that works.
There are multiple ways to get lost.
Okay.
Thank you, Moon. Thank you.
Anyway.
It's not lost. That's different. She stepped in a trap. That's a bit different from getting lost.
Is it a trap?
Yeah,
that
and
was
the
just a
trap made her
teleportation
lost.
circle? And
Every here's the
Technically,
thing.
yes.
Every one
she
of
gets
those.
sent somewhere else. She doesn't know her way out. That is the definition of lost.
You're only saying that because you haven't read the light novel.
True. I'm
We'll
also
get there.
only saying it just to troll you.
Mm-hmm. I know why you're doing it. He's arguing a point. You're trying to piss me off.
Either way, they're in the dungeon. They get through the first 3 levels, and the deepest this dungeon is at least level 6, if not further. I think it might be further. But they can get to level 6 with a book that Rudy brought from the library, from the school he was at.
It's
So,
literally
that
an
was
adventurer
nice.
who cataloged the teleportation labyrinth.
Yeah, but now with that, I have concerns. Because either it goes deeper and just gets far, far worse, or something's wrong in the book. So, we'll see how that goes. But they were going through the labyrinth, journeying through. Everything's going fine, killing spiders left and right. Paul tried to show off for his boy a bit because he's just so happy to have him with the team.
happy to be
And
Grandpa.
Alina Lise kind of mouthed off to him. But they eventually find Roxy. She was alone, having to fight her way through a bunch of different monsters coming at her, coming out of these portals. And Rudy came in and saved her. And that was where it ended. And it was beautiful.
It was a very, very beautiful and heartwarming ending. Downside. Paul threw a lot of the traditional red flags of adventurers and games and movies. Biggest one that I can recall from what I've watched, with my attention being
He's the father.
torn, is yeah, I can't wait till we all get together and celebrate.
That's not a red flag at all.
Totally not a red flag, especially with
Definitely
their lives and everything they're going through.
All right. This is why we can't have nice things in anime.
You either got the mom haircut or you got the dad saying stupid shit that's going to lead to somebody dying.
Anyhow.
Yep.
So what were your favorite parts of this episode?
Let's see. My favorite parts was definitely the end where Rudy saved Roxy. It was just a wonderful moment.
Do you understand what actually happened
almost
in
teared
that
up a bit.
scene?
Where rocks that I'm actually with Moon on this, the end, but for a completely separate reason. It actually, when I was watching, I actually felt the struggle of Roxy trying to fend off everything. It very seldom in anime have I felt like, you know, the desperation that the character is going through.
Yeah,
All right.
you definitely feel it.
Do the two of you actually understand what happened in that final moment?
Aside from the fact Roxy was about to die, Rudy literally froze everything and saved her, and now they're probably going to end up getting married.
Okay. All right. So Roxy, upon seeing Rudy,
spoilers that I know.
Roxy, upon seeing
Yeah, that's something I
Rudius,
do remember.
shut the fuck up and let me finish.
See, the problem is I'm saying this stuff when you're not talking, but thanks to the delay, it only comes to you when you are talking.
Yep.
And to be fair, we cut him off all the goddamn time.
True. But that's his internet's fault, so. You know, if his internet could keep up. Like, when we're together,
Not my
when we get
house.
together and do one, it'll be great. We'll know what we're doing.
Oh, it'll
Yeah.
be wonderful.
All right.
Yeah.
So, for those of you that watch the episode and don't know things, I'm just going to put this out here. Roxy is blushing when she sees Rudy, and it's not from recognition. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. It's not because she recognized her pupil.
Doesn't surprise me given how hard she tried to find him in season 1.
Yeah, and the fact that she didn't even see him at all, and also, she doesn't recognize Rudy at all. Would you be able to recognize 16-year-old Rudy that the last time you saw him was when he was 4?
Fuck no.
Exactly my
not.
point.
She just sees some handsome-ass guy save her ass. What do you expect?
Exactly. Yeah, so right now, she has no idea who this guy is that just walked up, but he just fucking saved her in a dungeon. And then she saw him and she thought he looked pretty. And that's kind of where we're at. Or at least that's the vibe. So that's where we're at. I'm so looking forward to the
fucking dungeons break out all across the world.
She's sitting there. When we get out of this dungeon, I'm gonna rock this blonde kid's world.
Wow.
Probably.
Yeah. So, they know at least this much. There are 6 floors of this teleportation labyrinth. So they got to get to the 6th stratum. That's where we are going to be picking up next week. Instead of doing a rating, we're just going to get to the last little bits because I have about 30 minutes to go. Let's see. Fenris, you've been busy. I'm going to let you read this next one.
Which one is it?
Netflix reveals English live-action series Bet, based on
I wanted to make sure
manga.
that was part of the last block before the anime one.
Well, this is all technically anime stuff. I just put it the 5 in there or whatever.
Okay. The Hollywood Reporter Entertainment news site reported on Thursday that showrunner Simon Barry and Boat Rocker Media are producing a live-action series for Netflix titled BET.
Bet.
That is based in part on writer Homuro Kawamoto and artist Toru Naomura's Kakegurui compulsive gambler manga. The show has started production in Toronto. The series will star Miku Martinu, Ayo Solanke, Eve Edwards, Clara Alexandrova, Hunter Cardinal, Anwan O'Driscoll, Aviva Montilo, and Simon Sutherland.
Ryan Sutherland.
Sorry, Ryan Sutherland. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
The Hollywood Reporter gave a description of the series and bet the boarding school's hierarchy is upturned when Yumiko, a mysterious transfer student, arrives from Japan with a dark secret and a gambling prowess that puts her in the crosshairs of the powerful student council. Ultimately, her revenge quest threatens to upend the school's status quo entirely. Barry is developing, writing, and directing the series, and is also an executive producer alongside Jeff F. King, Barry Fortier, David Fortier. Why the fuck am I having such a hard time reading today? Ivan Schneeberg, John Rutherford, and Nick Nansel. The series will have 10 episodes.
Okay, that's where we can stop. So the funny thing about this is like how much you're having trouble with English names versus like I get Japanese names, but like English names, just, David, Barry, and I'm like, oh buddy, you're having a time today, aren't you?
My dyslexia is kicking in hard today.
Mm-hmm.
Like my tractor's at John Deere. I went to the dealership and was like, yeah, I need a David Moore part. And they looked at me like, shit, sorry, I need a John Deere part.
Dave. Okay.
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
I don't know much about this series. It's interesting. Just kind of look neat.
Kakegurui is a Netflix exclusive. It has a live action, a main anime, and a side story, all of which are fantastic.
Good to hear. Moon, do you want to read the next one?
Sure.
This is for fans of Bocchi the Rock.
Voice actor. Yeah. voice actor Yoshino Aoyama appears as Bocchi the Rock's Bocchilla in Shimokitazawa. One of the greatest anime monsters in the last decade is arguably Bocchilla from Bocchi the Rock. While the monster only appeared briefly in one episode of the series as a hallucination of the main character Hitori Goto, it still left an impression on fans. That very monster was in Shimokitazawa, Tokyo on May 24th, handing out flyers for the upcoming film and ZEP 2024 tour. But, unbeknownst to fans, the person inside the costume was none other than Hitori Goto's voice actor, Yoshino Aoyama.
What a treat.
The official Twitter account from the Bocchi the Rock series announced the event on May 24th. The initial post noted this was an emergency flyer distribution event and would begin at 6 p.m. that day at the Shimokita Shinrogai open space. The tweet also noted a certain monster might also appear at the event. Yeah.
And
True
there's
to
a
the tweet's
translation.
word, Bocchilla. Okay. Oh, I see it. My bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
The
You're doing good.
tweet says emergency flyer. Okay. Then, true to the tweet's word, Bocchilla made an appearance at the flyer distribution event. Comic Natalie's YouTube channel posted a short clip of the monster's appearance. And it has the clip, and as well as another tweet. In a surprise twist, though, it was revealed that after the event was over, the person inside the Bocchilla costume wasn't a staff member of the event. It was actually the voice of Hitori Goto, Yoshina Aoyama. A post on the Bocchi the Rock Twitter account unveiled Aoyama with a short TikTok video. In the video, Aoyama had a short message for the fans, saying it was hotter than she imagined and asking how many people realized it was her. Aoyama also posted photos of her revealing she was Bocchilla all along on her Twitter account. In the tweet, she asked her fans to share the photos and videos they took of her as Bocchilla with her. That's cute. With the new film starting on June 7th and the ZEP tour starting on September 8th, this was a wonderful way to get the word out. Hopefully in the future, Aoyama or maybe another cast member will dress up as a Bocchilla for other Bocchi the Rock fans.
The videos were adorable.
Yeah, it's so cute. What a lovely surprise, you know?
I wish more voice actors and actresses would do that. Or be given the opportunity to do that.
Oh, man. So there we go, guys. What a cute little story we had going there. All right, moving on to the next thing we have to talk about. Shonen Jump sports manga. And since I'm primarily the sports person here, I'll go ahead and read this. Shonen Jump launches Jump Sports Manga Award with LA Dodgers Shohei Otani as judge. Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump magazine announced the Jump Sports Manga Award on Monday with Slam Dunk creator Takehiko Inoue, iShield 21 writer Riichiro Inagaki, and Kuroko no Basket creator Tadatoshi Fujimaki, and LA Dodgers baseball player Shohei Otani as judges in a new press video. This marks the first time a U.S. Major League Baseball athlete has been involved in a Shonen Jump Manga Award. The contest is searching for sports manga that aim to give birth to life-changing moments for readers. I don't know why I read it like that. Aim to give birth to life-changing moments for readers. Submissions are open to professionals and amateurs, and entries must be between 15 to 55 pages long. The winner will receive 1 million yen, or about $6,400 US. Semifinals will receive 500,000 yen, about 3,200 US. Honorable mentions will receive 300,000 yen, or about $2,000. Finalists will receive 50,000 yen, or about $320. And promising entries will receive 10,000 yen, or $64. Submissions are open from May 27th through October 31st. Results will be announced in the second half of December in Weekly Shonen Jump. Guys, there's a lot of really good sports series and sports manga out there. And if you don't believe me, go check out Mother's Basement's most recent video talking about how old school anime is just dying off. One of them that he gushes over is also a favorite of mine called Baby Steps. It's about tennis. It's really good. You should fucking watch it. All right. Sadly, though, I think torrenting is probably the only way you can watch it now because it doesn't have a legal home. I'm not encouraging that. I said nothing about pirating anime. That's all I'm saying. That's it's a good show. It's a good manga if you can find it. You can read Baby Steps over on K Manga. There we go. Managed to transition it back to something that you can actually do legally. So please, for the love of God, go check out Baby Steps over on K Manga. Support your creators, support the official release. All right. On to the next story. Yay. Before I get myself in trouble.
We
Oh,
always do.
Fenris. This one's going to be interesting. Hey, Moon. Ussop is in the hospital. Yeah.
With the season I just finished, I can think of a number of reasons why.
Oh, well, this one's a little more intimidating. One Piece's Usopp VA Kape Yamaguchi gets hospitalized to undergo surgery. There you go. Kape Yamaguchi, the voice actor of Usopp in the One Piece anime, also the fucker that spoils everything in the manga for the voice actress for Luffy. Yeah, she has to cover her ears every time Yamaguchi comes in because he'll just tell her what happened in the manga. And she's like, no. Announced on his official X account on May 30th that he's been hospitalized and will have to undergo surgery. In a series of lighthearted tweets, Yamaguchi explained that he had overexerted himself while weightlifting and will be hospitalized for a brief period. He humorously noticed that he will return with a cyborg shoulder after the procedure. Just got to get that little bit of Frankie in there, you know? The surgery scheduled for the day after this was posted will address a torn tendon in his shoulder, which the actor attributed to his rigorous weightlifting regimen. Acknowledging the necessity of the procedure, he reassured fans that the injury is not overly serious but requires medical intervention as it won't heal naturally. So, yeah, he posted a bunch of tweets about this. Actually, I'm going to be hospitalized for a bit starting today. It's for surgery on my shoulder because I overdid it with the weightlifting. I'll come back with my shoulder being a cyborg. Let's stay lively and energetic today, too. This is what happens. Guys, this is what happens when Usopp tries to lift Zoro's weights. And you understand that.
So easy.
I'm hospitalized now. Tomorrow's the surgery, and then it seems I'll have to go without food for a day. It is likely Garizo's. Is it like Garizo's fasting or something? Oh no! Thank you to everyone for your supportive messages. I overdid it with weightlifting and ended up with a torn shoulder tendon, which won't heal naturally, so surgery is necessary. It's not that serious, so sorry for worrying you. From tomorrow onwards, I'll be a cyborg with just my shoulder. That's great. Kape Yamaguchi has some background. If you did not know, on top of voicing Usopp, he also voices the titular character Ranma Saotome in Ranma 1/2. He also is responsible for very notable roles such as the titular character Inuyasha in Inuyasha.
And the very enigmatic L in Death
and
Note.
he voices L in Death Note. He currently voices Shinichi Kudo and Kaito Kid in Detective Conan, as well as One Piece and Usopp and Teddy in Persona 4. So there you go.
Man, I hope he and Sam have met and that they just like comedy duo right there, man.
Sam
Regal?
Oh,
Sam Regal voices Teddy in the English version of Persona 4.
Oh no, that makes way too much sense.
Yeah.
That makes way too much sense. Oh no, I'm scared.
Every time when I first heard Sam as Teddy, I'm like, I can only see Teddy as Sam now. This makes way too much fucking sense.
This is so wrong, but so right. You know?
It is.
So wrong, but so right. Alrighty. So, continuing the trend of getting Japanese voice actors over to cons here in the US, Otakon is announcing another one. Hideo Ishikawa, or Itachi, as many of you might know. The staff for Otakon revealed on May 28th that it will host the voice actor Hideo Ishikawa at this year's event. Ishikawa is known for his roles as Itachi Uchiha in Naruto, Jushiro Ukitake in Bleach, Auron in Final Fantasy Final Fantasy X, Toyotomi Hideyoshi in Samurai Warriors. Ishikawa also played Shin Todo in Angel's Feather. Okay, most of these I'm unfamiliar with. Oh, he also he plays Final Fantasy VII's Kate Sith and Final Fantasy VIII's Squall in games where they have voices. Oh God, Otakon is okay. So they're announcing some. So yeah, just another one on the list. I'm not reading that last bit. Nope.
I mean, I'm very happy that Flow is coming to America.
I am too. But my issue is basically this. Like, this trend is going up, and I'm very happy for it that we're getting more Japanese artists and voice actors over here, considering how many people watch sub versus dub. Not that there's anything wrong with the English voice actors, and they definitely should be included in these events, and I love them just as much. I have several friends who are a part of the con circuit. But at the same time, it's just nice that the Japanese voice actors are getting more recognition from the con community, from conventions, and they're able to actually get over here and do that. So I think that's a great thing. I like it. I think there should be more of it, and yeah. That's basically where we are. Alrighty. Fenris, you got this one.
The staff for the Anime New York City event announced on Friday that it will host hip-hop duo Creepy Nuts for their first U.S. concert at this year's event.
If you don't know who they are, this is the duo that did the opening for the latest season of Mashal. This is Bing Bang Born. Yeah, this is them. This is Creepy Nuts. I love how Moon suddenly paid attention. He was like, oh.
As soon as the word nuts were involved.
No!
I really love that song.
Bing, bang, bang, bing, bang, bang, bing, bing, bang, bong. You can't just not sing the song and not do the dance, you know?
I still have to watch season 2.
It's good.
It's so good.
The OP, I will say, and this is not to shit on the anime, but the OP is the best thing about that season. It's just so
It
damn
kind of
good.
is.
There is no reason
really good season,
for
but
that song
opening
to
is just
go that
so
hard.
fire.
I'm going to try
least-
to get through
And
this quickly.
also,
for
what's
you,
really
Richie.
fun is
Go for it.
the opening animation changes 3 or 4 times.
Gotcha. I've
The
got
group
10
will
minutes, so we
perform
gotta
on
go.
August 23rd at
Sorry.
6:30 p.m. A purchased concert ticket is required in addition to a convention badge. There are several tiers of tickets, including general admission. Seating in gold, silver, bronze areas is guaranteed for ticket holders who are in line before their group loads in. Tickets will go on sale on June 12th. Creepy Nuts most recently performed the opening theme song Bling Bang Bang Born for the second season of Mashal. The duo performed the theme songs and insert songs for the Call of the Night anime.
Oh
They
yeah,
also
which
made
is
a
fucking
guest
phenomenal.
appearance in the anime's 6th episode.
Alrighty.
Anime.
Yeah,
And
we
the
can't
best-
keep
the
going through the
backwards.
backstory of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, really looking forward to that. We will show you the Creepy Nuts thing, or at least the intro for Mashal season 2.
I'm probably going to watch Mashal before I get down there.
All right. Well, I was just gonna show you the intro so you'd know what the song was. But anyway, we must move on to the next part. Full Metal Panic's Shoji Gato. By the way, everybody remember Full Metal Panic? Damn, what a good
Yes.
series.
Yes.
Fantastic series.
He
that
is,
anime.
he is in rarefied
Hilarious.
air, ladies and gentlemen, and is unnerved to be the rare light novelist with a short title. with short titles in his. Since about the mid-2000s, the length of Japanese light novel titles, referring to the actual name of the work, has slowly become longer and longer. Back then, there used to be titles like Slayers, Record of Lodoss War, or Maria Watches Over Us. Today, there's a deluge of titles like, hey, don't bring my boy Slime into this, even though, yeah, that's not even...
Hey, that is still a long-ass day.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime,
It's
campfire
longer in
cooking in
Japanese.
another world with my absurd skill. Okay, look, that is a sentence. Like, reincarnated as a sword, you can, or reincarnated as a slime, you can kind of get away with that. Campfire cooking in another world should have been the end of it. Then you tack on with my absurd skill. Or the world's finest
the next
assassin
one's
gets
still worse.
reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Aristocrat. No,
Aristocrat.
I like it better as Aristocat. Longtime author.
Everybody.
We are
Yeah.
Siamese.
No, that's Lady and the Tramp. That's Lady and the Tramp. All right, anyway.
Failure.
Longtime author of the Full Metal Panic series, Shoji Gato, commented on how short the title of his series was compared to others. Gato mused about the length of light novel titles in his Twitter account on January 15th. Noting that he's unnerved about the shortness of his own novels' titles in comparison to other novels released in January 19th. Goto included an image in the tweet to illuminate this point. Yeah, literally, like, even in Japanese where things are supposed to be shortened, no, they're way too long, the titles. So yeah, I just thought this was a fun story to bring up because we all talk about how insane light novel titles are getting. And yeah, it's not much better. Lastly, guys, we've got an isekai that we're going to talk about. I know how rare for Fat Dog Studios to talk about an isekai, especially me, you know. The Journey Through Another World, Raising Kids While Adventuring anime premieres on July 8th. So we have officially a date for this. This looks cool. I like, this looks like an interesting premise. I hope it's not a mid-tier isekai like they usually are. But yeah, the staff for the television anime adaptation of Shizuru Minazuki's A Journey Through Another World, Raising Kids While Adventuring light novel series announced on Saturday that the anime will premiere on TV Tokyo on July 8th at 1:50 a.m. It will premiere on TV Aichi, BSTV Tokyo, and ATX on July 12th, and on TV Hokkaido on July 13th. Japanese streaming services Unext and Anime Hodai will stream the first 2 episodes on July 8th, with every subsequent episode also streaming a week earlier than the TV airings. So yeah, there we go. Literally, the staff describes the story. I just want to run this by you for those that may not remember. Due to a mistake by God, Takumi Kayano loses his life and is reincarnated. Bestowed with various skills, he finds himself transported to another world, a perilous forest infested with monsters. In that forest, Takumi discovers what appears to be twin young boys and girls, who he names Alan and Elena, and takes them under his protection. Despite being surprised by the two effortlessly defeating monsters with their martial arts skills, Takumi eventually reaches a town and registers with the Adventurers Guild to make a living. Thus begins a laid-back adventurer's life as Takumi watches over the growth of Alan and Elena. This kind of just looks like it's adorable, and I want some adorableness in my isekai, damn it. So...
It's a dad raising kids while being an adventurer. That itself is unique as hell.
I'm here for it. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been your news. I'm sorry to cut things off so quickly, but I do have to have a discussion with these two after the show before I head to my next thing. I've got to do recordings, and one has to go do D&D, one has to go fix a tractor. So we've got stuff we got to do. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow for light novel readings if I can manage to get my shit together and remember it's supposed to be Mushoku Tensei tomorrow. So no slime, it's Mushoku Tensei. We'll figure it out.
To the right account for that.
Yeah. Yes. I have to make sure that I get some heads up for people today and be like, who wants to do this voice? Who wants to do that voice? At the very least, I've got 3 women to cast. Everybody else, we can kind of go with it. So, there we go. That's going to be that. We'll see you next time. Take care, and bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.